In the bustling city of Toronto, Canada, two families from different cultural backgrounds were about to experience their first Christmas in their new home. The Chinese family, the Wongs, and the Hindi family, the Patels, had recently immigrated to Canada, seeking a better life. As they prepared to celebrate their first Christmas in their new country, they were filled with excitement and a sense of wonder. The Wongs, consisting of parents, May and Wei, and their two children, Emily and James, had left their hometown in Guangzhou, China, to start a new life in Canada. May, a skilled chef, had landed a job at a local restaurant, while Wei, an engineer, was working on his Canadian certification. Emily, a bright and curious 10-year-old, was thrilled to start at a new school, while James, a rambunctious 7-year-old, was excited to make new friends. The Patels, comprising parents, Ramesh and Nalini, and their three children, Rohan, Aisha, and baby Avani, had also left their hometown in Mumbai, India, to start anew. Ramesh, a software engineer, had secured a job at a prominent tech firm, while Nalini, a talented artist, was setting up her own studio. Rohan, a 12-year-old with a passion for music, was eager to join the school choir, while Aisha, a 9-year-old with a love for dance, was excited to join the school dance team. As Christmas approached, the two families began to notice the festive atmosphere in their new neighborhood. They saw decorations, lights, and wreaths adorning the houses, and the sweet aroma of baking wafting from the local bakery. May and Nalini, both skilled cooks, decided to host a joint Christmas dinner, blending their cultural traditions with Canadian flair. On Christmas Eve, the Wongs and Patels gathered at the Wongs' cozy apartment, surrounded by the sounds of laughter and chatter. May and Nalini worked together, preparing a sumptuous feast of Chinese and Indian delicacies, including stir-fried noodles, chicken tikka masala, and gingerbread cookies. The children played games, exchanged gifts, and sang Christmas carols, their voices blending in perfect harmony. As the night wore on, the families shared stories of their cultural traditions and the significance of Christmas in their respective countries. May spoke of the Chinese New Year, while Nalini spoke of Diwali, the Hindu festival of lights. Ramesh and Wei shared their experiences of celebrating Christmas in their respective countries, and the children listened with wide eyes, fascinated by the differences and similarities. As the clock struck midnight, the families gathered around the Christmas tree, decorated with ornaments from both China and India. They exchanged gifts, and the children squealed with delight as they unwrapped their presents. Emily and Aisha, both avid readers, received new books, while James and Rohan, both music lovers, received new instruments. The next morning, the families gathered at the local community center, where they were joined by other families from diverse backgrounds. Together, they shared a festive breakfast, featuring a variety of dishes from around the world. The children played games, and the adults chatted, exchanging stories and laughter. As the day drew to a close, the Wongs and Patels reflected on their first Christmas in Canada. They had experienced a sense of belonging and being part of a larger community. May and Nalini, both proud mothers, smiled as they watched their children play and laugh together, their differences forgotten in the spirit of the season. As the snowflakes gently fell outside, the families gathered around the Christmas tree once more, this time to sing a rendition of Jingle Bells in Chinese and Hindi. The melody filled the room, symbolizing the harmony and diversity that defined their new home. In that moment, the Wongs and Patels knew that they had found a true sense of belonging in Canada, a country that celebrated diversity and inclusivity. As they looked out at the snow-covered streets, they knew that they would always cherish the memories of their first Christmas in Canada, a true Canadian Christmas miracle.